Round 3 of Premiership Women's Rugby as the league welcomed back some of its international stars. An undefeated clash in the southwest as Gloucester Hartbury and Exeter Chiefs faced off in a local derby. Elsewhere, Quins travelled to Leicester Tigers and Lightning welcomed Sale, with both sides looking for their first victory of the season. But we begin at Ashton Gate with Bears versus Saracens in a rematch of last year's semi-final. Commentary comes from Nick Heath.
Then on the outside line, it's good strength from Emma Hardy and the offload for Gemma Jo Linkings, and that will be the game's first try. The initial defence here was decent, and it was Bonner, as Pat Lamb was singing her praises, who defended well, but then May Campbell in that low position. Low one for Murray to take, but I think they tried to run this move a couple of moments ago to try and find the space for Millie David, and David is away, and David is absolute gas. Well, Millie whiz indeed. Millie David showing why she's worth all the hype at the start of this PWR season.
All clear.
Evans takes it on. McDougall, Gregson sensing the chance to go through. Sydney Gregson will always finish from there.
Penalty advantage offside.
Now there's an offside penalty coming against Bristol Bears. There's a sense of the inevitable about this. Oh, and that's the line. Try number 4 for Saracens. And who else? May Campbell gets her second of the match. Good arrows from Skeldon once more. This Bristol's 4th time in the 22 for Sarries, and now it's coming forwards, and Lana Skeldon gets the score. Off the bench for Bristol, and the Scot gets them try number 2.
On the line.
Skeldon plays it to the left. Murray, the long one over for David. She's got to try and finish in the corner, and she has. Second try for Millie David. Oh, reverse ball back inside. It's an absolute peach for Sydney Gregson. Gregson is going to go all the way and under the posts. It's a beautiful try from Saracens. It's exquisite from Sydney Gregson.
Time back on.
Good take. Louise McMillan, Scottish international. And it's working very nicely for Saracens. Bryony Field in the back of the bus to dot it down. It'll take quite the effort to get the ball out there, but Amber Reid is not going to have to throw in the long pass because the gap will open up for the Rugby World Cup winner.
Okay, hold there.
For all the bluff and bluster, all the talk midweek, it will be Alex Osterbury who sits a little more comfortable on his way back up the M4 to London. It finishes at Ashton Gate. Bristol Bears at 24, Saracens 41.
Yeah, we knew we had to come here and do a job. We had to be extremely physical, and I think we managed to do that. We didn't finish last season how we wanted, and we left a lot out there, and I think we did a really good job. Obviously, we didn't want to give them a bonus point win, but we've got lots to work on, but a huge amount of positives going forward.
Next to Kingsholm, where something had to give. Both Gloucester Hartbury and Exeter had won their first 2 games of the season, and it was the Circus who struck first. Winger Caris Williams-Morris powering through the Chiefs' defence on her first Premiership start for the club. But Exeter also had a newcomer who was keen to make an impact. Canadian prop Michaela Nelson finishing off a spell of forward pressure after just 9 minutes. The visitors were in no mood to let up as the thrilling start to the match continued. And more forward pressure allowed hooker Clara Nielsen the chance to touch down. And with the conversion, Exeter had opened up a 9-point lead. Gloucester Hartpury were under pressure and had locked Gwen Crabb's sin bin for collapsing a maul. But in the final 10 minutes of the first half, they showed why they're the defending champions. Hooker Amy Dale showed her pace and power to score her 4th try in 3 games. And after an Emma Singh penalty, the home side led by 1 point at half-time. The second 40 was a cagey affair with both defences on top, but the decisive score went Exeter's way. Nelson with her 2nd try of the game, and now the Chiefs led by 6. Gloucester Hartpury threw everything they had at Exeter in the final 20 minutes, but they couldn't break through. 4 points for the Chiefs and a real psychological blow for the rest of the season. Final score, Gloucester Hartpury 15, Exeter 21. Both teams on show at Mattioli Woods, Welford Road had already lost to Gloucester Hartpury and Exeter, so a win here was crucial, and it was Harlequins who settled quickest. Just 7 minutes gone when Caitlin Leaney, fresh from WXV duty with Australia, powered over. This was Quinn's first away trip of the season, but they quickly made themselves at home and grabbed an opportunity to stretch their lead. Lisa Newman showing her pace to run in under the posts. And another burst of speed allowed the visitors to add a 3rd try before half-time. On her first Premiership start, winger Katie Schilliker was too fast for the Tigers' defence, and the conversion gave Harlequins a 19-0 lead at the interval. They maintained their momentum to secure the try bonus point 13 minutes after the break. An impressive driving maul finished off by Jade Conkle. Leicester's hopes of a first win of the season were all but gone, but they hit back with a try of their own. Charlotte Frey, captaining the side for the first time, powered over after a tap penalty in front of the posts. But any chance of a Leicester comeback was snuffed out when Quinn scored again. Leaney, who only started the match after a late change, adding her 2nd try and Harlequins' 5th. The Tigers didn't give up, especially Canadian lock Julia Amakwale. And a minute from time, Leicester improved the scoreline a little more with their 3rd score. After another break by Amakwale, centre Katie Childs crashed over, but this was Quinn's day. Final score, Leicester Tigers 17, Harlequins 31. At Franklin's Gardens, Loughborough Lightning were desperate to land their first win of the season. Their opponents, Sale Sharks, had also lost their 1 game so far, and they were soon on the back foot, Meg Davey scoring early for Lightning. And their advantage was extended in thrilling fashion. A superb move across the back line, creating the opportunity for Beau Wescombe-Evans, back in the side after helping England retain their WXV1 title. There was no let-up from the home side. When American flanker Hallie Tafa'o bundled over from close range, they led by 17 points after 17 minutes. Sharks had to respond, and they did just before the half-hour mark, winger Sophie Hopkins crossing in the corner for their 1st try. But it was only a brief respite because before half-time, Lightning had the try bonus point. Fly half Leah Green weaving through the Sharks' defence, and the home side led 24-5 at the break. And they stretched their lead soon after the restart. Some neat passing, creating the chance for Evelyn Clark to dive over for her first Premiership try. And just a few minutes later, Lightning had their 6th score. Excellent work by Bulu Matatonga, creating the chance for Westcombe Evans to add her second of the match. Sale's hopes of getting anything from the game seem to be gone, but they finished strongly. Centre Beatrice Rigoni intercepted a pass to canter in from the halfway line for their second try. And after Iona Antwis barged her way over the line late on, Sharks even had a chance of the try bonus point. They couldn't manage it as Lightning finally got their campaign moving. Final score, Loughborough Lightning 36, Sale Sharks 17. Saracens made it 3 wins out of 3 with victory at Bristol, while there was a first win of the season for both Loughborough Lightning and Harlequins, and a rare defeat for Gloucester Hartpury. That result maintained Exeter Chiefs' 100% record, but Sarries still topped the table by 2 points. Trailfinders remain 4th despite not playing this weekend. Sale are still the only team without a point so far. Next weekend, Quins will hope to build on that first win when they entertain Loughborough Lightning. Trailfinders visit Sandy Park and the Sharks host the Bears. And Sunday's live game on TNT Sports promises to be a classic, as league leaders Saracens meet the champions Gloucester Hartpury. We'll be back with all the highlights.